reminds me of the hair salon. But just for kind of your front pieces, okay? So these are the longer ones. So I'm just going to get a little bit up close and clip. And make sure that's nice and set. Okay. And as always, if anything is pinching or just kind of not as comfortable as it could be, just let me know. I don't mind adjusting something or taking the time, because this space and time is for you to relax. Okay? Okay. Alright. Oh, that's for later. That's perfect. And then let's do okay. I think just right here would be perfect. Okay. Okay. There we go. Okay. Alright. And that did remind me, if, of course, you want the thermostat touched up, I always keep it cold, because it has been dipping into the 30s. So I just leave my window open. But anyway, now that your hair is all clipped and ready, I'm trying to think what we should start with. I think it would be nice to set kind of an aromatherapy. So I do have a beautiful selection of essential oils. And then, yeah, we'll get into just the few things I have here. But as you can see, I brought the whole thing out. I have a beautiful selection. Oh, there we go. Okay. A beautiful selection of essential oils. But here we have eucalyptus, jasmine, cedar, vetiver, lemongrass, bergamot, peppermint, frankincense, geranium, and lavender. And I did pull this one just aside because I remember you really liked it last time, which was the chamomile. So that will help with sleep. And by all means, you are more than welcome to fall asleep. The process will still remain the same. And of course, it's all your choice on, what kind of things we do here. And just to make sure that you're the most comfortable today is for you. Okay? You work so hard, okay, all the time, and you care so much about others that I know how easy it is to kind of lose track of those things that, we do for ourselves, right? So, tonight's for you. So, the chamomile I will add, but if there is any extra you would like to add, let me know. We could do lavender, which would be really good. And if you want a personal recommendation, frankincense would really aid in the energy cleanse here today. Yeah, it's a beautiful, beautiful essential oil. And then peppermint would also be very cleansing too. So you want to stick to the chamomile, and we'll do the frankincense. Perfect. Okay, so I'm just going to remove the middle so it's a little bit it's just these like mini diffusers. So we'll add frankincense over here. And then what is this? The chamomile. I thought it was the lavender for a second. And let me see. Oh, I did have them. I was gonna say if I kept the tarot cards up there. But I just wanted to let you enjoy the train sounds. I find them to be super, super nice at night. Okay, it almost made me forget what I was doing. Chamomile. And then we'll move on to the smoke cleansing. We have a nice bay leaf for an intention. Really nice stuff tonight for sure. So I'm just going to shake this a little bit. This one too, they're very grounding scents. So I'm going to go ahead and add it to this one right here. And one more. Okay, I'm going to just add them both to this one so they're nice and mixed and homogeneous. Okay, so let's see. Alright, so now that that is filling the space, I just want you to, at your own pace, okay, I find that to be a bit nicer than counting, so at your own pace, just take some deep breaths in, some deep breaths in of the nice essential oils. Okay. Okay. It's very, very beautiful. So, deep breaths in at your own pace, whenever feels most comfortable. Okay. Okay. So, I do have some full moon water, and it's aged about a year, so it's just book romancing. It's not, it's page romancing maybe. You get my point there though. But let's just see what just one comes out. As always, you don't, have to take it at face value or anything. Just want to see what pops out. Okay. Okay. So I am going to shuffle. Alright. Alright, I'm going to, what is that called? Knock the deck. Cut the deck in half. Okay, and then let's just see what pops out, and then I think we'll go into the smoke cleanse afterwards, okay? Okay. So, and of course, just for ease, I read upright always, just to keep things simple. And I want it to fly out. That's kind of my, at least for, I don't know, whenever I do this, that's just kind of the method I go for. Okay. That is so, okay, let me tell you about this right now. We have the High Priestess, and very beautiful to the people. What video was it that we did last? I forget, but I drew this card the last time I filmed, which is interesting. But all this to say, I think it's elaborating on what I was saying before, that you have all the answers within you, and I think it's a good prompt that I kind of forgot to mention too. This is, of course, for you, but do know that, there doesn't need to be an answer outside of yourself. Of course, the High Priestess goes to express that there are, of course, like mentors and like spiritual guidance and stuff that you can seek. The High Priestess was known to have like coveted knowledge that is a bit secretive to, I would say. I think it was just the public at hand, but what I say with that is that you have every answer within yourself. Okay? So, with that, of course, if you know tarot, take it as you will. If you would like to look it up, but it's just a short little bit that I have for you. So, let's get into the smoke cleansing. And just one last, because it's an adorable card. This is the High Priestess. But yeah, the High Priestess, she is, the keeper of kind of like the spiritual, deeper knowledge, but that can be you. But take it as is, of course. Excuse me. So, I'm going to be using the dark cinnamon incense, and that we shall, what's it called? Cleanse the space, okay? So it looks just like this. Okay. Alright, and I have some nice long matches. customers as of recent, and that was the wrong way. There we go. And these have been super handy for lighting, kind of in between. So, there we go. So, just like that, I'm going to light. Okay. Here we go. Interesting. All right. There we go. So, I'm going to set this aside, and I'll start with the smoke cleanse, okay? Alright, and then we'll go into the plucking, but I just want you to take this time for yourself. If you hear a little bit of crackling, that is the match. So no worries, I put it just beside me. Okay. So, cinnamon is super, super nice for cleansing. So just take a moment to, of course, if you feel called to, close your eyes, or whatever feels most right in this moment for you. Okay? I'm just cleansing around you in a counterclockwise motion, just around you, just like this, around your person. Okay. And I just want to thank you for being here with me tonight. I really do appreciate you. Okay. Okay. But hopefully, all of which will help make you feel just a little bit better. Because I know it's been a super heavy week for a lot of us. And I'm just really, really happy that you're here. I know I said it a couple times, but I really do mean it. So thank you again. And this anecdote is from Sarah Louise Tilsey. I believe last time I said Tilsey or Tisley, but I believe it is Tilsey. Where oftentimes when she does her Reiki or her couch healings, those are beautiful too. Whatever it may be, she often says a certain anecdote that I love, which is, nobody wants anything from you at this moment, and nobody needs anything from you at this moment. So it's just kind of a gentle reminder that this space is here for you right now. Okay? Okay. Okay. And in good time, of course, I think it would be really pastry I have ever made. It was something where I tasted it and I thought nothing could be better, nothing could be improved, anything like that. So it was what was it? It was a fruit tart, and I myself love fruit in dessert. I think it's such a nice luxury. I think it makes things fresh and not too sweet and refreshing. But I made a raspberry lemon tart, which I know is a little bit summery, but I did a pâte sucrée for the tartelle, a crème diplomate instead of crème pâtissière, which I find to be a little bit like eggy, is your birthright, and you are deserving of it. You do not have to work to be loved. Okay? You deserve it by being exactly who you are. Okay? Exactly who you're meant to be is worthy of love. Okay? You don't have to be anybody but yourself. You're with me, okay? And I do hope you know that. this for something that you're getting rid of, a cleansing. You could use it as just a general, attention like we've been doing, for just things that no longer serve you, things like that, or just merely as, a cleansing, a simple cleansing. So, with that, I just want you to put your focus on the bay leaf, just like that, okay? And think of anything you kind of want to cleanse or get rid of. And it could be very, very simple, just as, a general cleansing maintenance, kind of that spiritual, what is it called? Or the energetic cleansing, right? Okay. Okay. So, I do have just some little tweezers, and I will go ahead and light that for you, okay? So yeah, it could be any negative beliefs, or I think, yeah, okay, I'll leave it up to you, okay? I believe in you, and it's a super, super simple, simple way to visualize something. So, if you take, it's taking essentially a thought pattern, a train of thought, into an object. You can kind of witness it in a 3D sense, in your world, instead of it being just in your thought patterns and things like that, if that makes sense. But either way, I will go ahead and do that now. Okay, and it will make a little bit of a crackle, so don't mind that, okay? Very nice. So that's all. It's very, very simple. Okay. But it's a very simple way to, you could do it as, simple as with a tea light, because it's really just about externalizing your thoughts into something, and it's quite nice to do so. I even saw years ago where you would, someone mentioned to kind of tell all their problems to a bowl of water, and then just chuck it out the window. It's like that. It's externalizing those, emotions and feelings and watching it expel. So was absolutely my pleasure to be with you tonight. Alright, is there anything else I could do for you? Is there anything else you need? A sweet treat. Absolutely. I do have, like mini tarts. I made like a 9-inch tart of the fruit tart, but I do have like a little personal one. I have that, and let's see, what else do I have? I think I just have the fruit tarts, but as always, I have some little cookies, and fruit, things like that. But in terms of like a sweet baked good, I do have those, so yeah. Again, I know I've said it a million times, but thank you for being here, and more importantly, I really do appreciate you taking the time for yourself. I know it's been quite a heavy week, or quite a heavy past couple weeks, so I really appreciate